Now to a News 10 NBC investigation into migrant families living in Monroe County. We learned this week there are 94 families settled into apartments right here in Rochester.
One family escaped threats from armed groups in Colombia. They crossed the border into California, but ended up here.
And Chief Investigative Reporter Berkeley Breen was invited to meet them. Now, Burke, we are a long way from the southern border. How'd they end up in Rochester?
Deanna, after 4 days in San Diego, they got put on a bus and sent to New York City. That's 2,759 miles. Then they got into the relocation assistance program. That got them on another bus to Rochester. What is it like to be here?
Ha sido una oportunidad de vida maravillosa.
It's been a wonderful opportunity for our lives.
Deisi Sandoval came to this country with her husband and daughter. She and her husband were threatened in Colombia because they were social activists and the gangs didn't like what they were saying.
Definitivamente nuestra vida corría riesgo.
Our lives were at risk.
The Sandovals are one of 94 migrant families resettled into apartments in Monroe County. That's a total of 359 people. Both Deisi and her husband have landed jobs. The agency in charge of their care is the Ibero-American Action League. And the CEO says housing and employment are the biggest challenges.
We have a lot of jobs. There's people that are willing to work, but it doesn't always play out as easy as folks think.
Muy traumática.
It's very traumatic.
2 weeks ago, I was in the apartment of Yaniri Pena, who fled the Dominican Republic with her children. She was struggling with her mental health and the security of the apartment where she was placed.
Mira, esta casa está descubierta y yo no duermo.
All the windows are broken. They're not stabilized. She was worried. That's why she has the mattress there, that someone's just going to push it in and take her children.
Angelica Perez Delgado of Ibero says families come with different levels of trauma and support. Deisi, for instance, is here with her whole family.
Right? She's here with her husband. She's here with her young child. Where other families we find they're alone. Moms are alone with multiple children.
When she arrived in Rochester, Deisi started writing inspirational notes to herself. She saves them in this jar.
Yo estoy agradecida y vivo en abundancia.
And I live in abundance.
Yo tomé la decisión
I made the decision.
Decirle sí a la vida,
To
a
say
pesar de
yes
todo.
to life, regardless of everything.
These situations are complicated. Listen to this story. Last summer, the sheriff's office found a family wandering in the Rochester airport when they were promised to be in New York City. Ibero was called in and worked with the family to get resettled. We don't know the status of that family right now. Brett and Deanna?
Wow. Well, Burke, are there more families coming?
Yeah, the state told me there are 869 families that have expressed interest in relocating from New York City. 45 have signed apartment leases. We don't know if they're coming here. It could be any of the 5 counties in New York that are in this program. The pool of money to relocate families and help them when they're there is $25 million.
Gotcha. So we know right now that their apartment is being covered by, I'm assuming, by the government, by the city. But now Deisi and her husband have jobs. Congratulations to them.
That's right.
So now do they start paying for their apartment?
Yeah, the rules say that when a family has to use 30% of their income to pay for the basics, including rent and some food, and the program is designed to help families like Deisi's for 12 months.
Very interesting. All right, Burke, thank you.